3 artificial intelligence digital assets plus Bitcoin for beginners. And right before we get started, I just wanted to share with you as I am learning about these things. Fitness is my background. That's why on my channels I'm promoting, fitness and finance, because since I was a teenager, I've been into fitness. But for the last 8 years, I've really been into finance. A client of mine introduced me to cryptocurrency. Now I am an independent business owner with the I Am Academy. And I just want to share with you what it may or may not be a fit for you. And either way is okay. But basically what it is an online e-learning center primarily focused on crypto and stocks. But they do teach foreign exchange, personal development, social media, e-commerce. I mean, it's a growing e-learning. It's a very large, very successful e-learning center. And in the stocks and crypto department, we have over 60 plus educators. And here's a schedule. So if and when you're a member, you can go on the schedule just like this, Sunday through Saturday. And what we do is we decide which shows are important to us. Like I'll just point you to one of my favorites, Curtis Cobain. If you're a beginner, his portfolio watch at 10 a.m. And we do have all time zones. So no matter where you're at in the United States or across the world, we can accommodate you. Matter of fact, this is an international company, right? So if you were going to go on his class, Curtis Cobain's class, you could go on there, listen to him. Some of the stuff I'm sharing with you, I learned in his classes, and I'm just passing along some of the stuff that I've learned. But this is, and you get on with the other, like Corrine and Mike and Jordan and Nick. They all have their specialties, and you can get on there and you can ask them questions and they'll respond. And over time, you get comfortable being in I'm going to do a sound check. You get comfortable being in this space. Because right now, you may not, I just had a friend yesterday, very smart person, and they're not even investing in digital assets. And I have volume, testing. And I feel like it's just not on people's radar. Okay, here we go. It's just not on people's radar. So what I'm doing is I want to just putting it on your radar. So it may or may not be a fit for you, and either way is okay. If you're interested in stocks or crypto or, bettering yourself through this learning center, please consider reaching out to me. The link to join is inside the description. All the details inside the description of the video. If you want to talk to me, I am offering a free not a consultation, but just a session where we can get together. You can ask any questions you want about it. Anything you want, you can ask and we can talk about it, get you comfortable and get you going. Because really I feel like right now we are, of the next 3, 5, 10, 20 years, we're going to see so many changes in the area of artificial intelligence, blockchain technology, these digital assets. And as far as investing, not financial advice, but I feel like we really have an opportunity to have really, grow our investments. And that's what these teachers teach us how to do. They guide us along on that journey, right? So you can join along. And that's the whole idea of this video is I'm just sharing with you how you can plug in. That's the idea, not just to plug into me. And yeah, I'm going to be bringing you as much as I can but what I'm sharing with you is really just a little fraction of what's available to you, right? What's available. So let's take a look at the 3 artificial intelligence digital assets that I'm dollar cost averaging into, not financial advice, but it's ones that I like, and I'm trying to expand my list. But the other day, just kind of to tell you how Curtis Cobain kind of helps us break down our portfolios, right? Is that this is a free website right here. It's called coingecko.com. You can get on it and explore around. I encourage you to kind of play around with it if you're interested in this kind of thing. And they list all the coins available in the market across all the exchanges right here, like this information right here. I'm looking at it. If you can see this highlight here. So it lists all the coins across all the exchanges and the market cap. Now, as a beginner, if you are a brand new beginner, coins and digital assets are pretty much it's the same thing. It's all coins and digital assets. And that's right. There are over 13,000 plus digital assets or coins available, right? Across, and this is the thing, over these exchanges. Do you know what an exchange is? Well, the Academy will walk you through what exchanges are, but just generally, it's where we take our currency, whatever currency you are in. We're in the US, we're in US dollar, and you exchange it. It's like, say you want to buy some Bitcoin, you can exchange $100 USD for $100 worth of BTC, right? And you're exchanging. It's an exchange, right? Now, the market cap is how much money is in the entire industry, right? The whole thing. Now, I just heard some interesting words from a billionaire the other day that I really respect. And he said that he feels like digital assets, cryptocurrency could and will potentially be the 12th largest sector of investing. Now, I'm not sure exactly about all the sectors in the, I know you have, there's different sectors in the investment area and like particularly in stocks, but all the sectors of investment. But that cryptocurrency could be, will rise to become one of the top 12 sectors in the whole investing industry. And we're so early right now. And that's the thing is people might not think we're early, but we are so early. I encourage you just to learn and just kind of brush up yourself on these kind of things. But I tell you that to say that the market cap in the future, from what I hear, and this may or may not make any sense to you, but could potentially grow to 10 trillion plus or even 20 trillion plus. It's not financial advice, but just kind of letting you know over the next 5 or 10 years, and hopefully I'll be coming to you, sharing with you these videos. We'll see the numbers grow. Today, right now, is 2.47 trillion. God willing, hopefully a year from now, we're still doing these videos. Let's see where we're at. We'll see what happens, right? But now, so let's talk about, we're going to briefly talk about Bitcoin and the 3 artificial intelligence digital assets I was referring to. Now, how did I come up with these? You start to learn, the other day I did a video on how does the money flow in crypto, right? So there's basically different categories. So, and there's a button for it right there. You can just click on it. Very simple, categories, right? Now these categories, I want them, yeah, okay, they're listed by market cap, which is what I want. The largest up front, okay? And there are over 200 categories. But what is a category? A category is, like, for example, let's look at something easy, like exchange-based tokens, right? Exchange-based tokens, each exchange, the place where they exchange your currency for the digital asset, a lot of them have their own token or their own coin, right? So, for example, one of my favorites is to invest in is Uniswap, okay? That's a token, right? It's a token and it's an exchange, right? Right? Does that make sense? Okay. But now artificial intelligence has its own category. So if you scroll through here, we're looking at categories, we're scrolling down, go to about 20, you'll see artificial intelligence. We click this will take us to all the coins that are related to artificial intelligence. Now, do you think there's going to be some growth in the next 5, 10, 20 years in artificial intelligence? Do you think we're going to have some growth somewhere in the world? I feel like the answer is way yes. Okay. So all I'm doing right now, not all I'm doing, this is part of the categories. Artificial intelligence is in the portfolio, not financial advice, but just one layer of the portfolio was artificial intelligence, right? So my favorite top 3, I just heard about, got turned on to this one today, Bit&Soar, but I don't know a lot about it. I haven't heard it from the educators. I actually heard it today from someone on YouTube. So I'm going to study into that one. My top 3 that I'm already into and that I'm going to be more into are these top 3 right here: Render, The Graph, and Fetch.ai. Now, this is not financial advice. I'm not saying to get those. I'm just saying I'm getting them, and and I'm going to be following them along. They all have their own website. They have their social media. You can follow them or not, just depending on how much effort you want to put into it, right? But I love kind of knowing what's going on with where the investments are. So Render, The Graph, and Fetch.ai, right? So let's just take a look at each of these, and I'll finish up with Fetch.ai. Now I'm going to share with you a cool thing here at the end. So hang on if you have time, or come back later and watch the replay. But this is Render. I don't know a whole lot about Render. Academy are recommending it. So, and it's on my list. So I feel comfortable dollar cost averaging into this. I like that it's actually has some, it's gone up, but it's taken a cool off, right? You can kind of see it's coming down over the last month. It's coming down. That's a 3-month chart. That's the last month. This is the last year. So we did have a peak up over right around $13, but now it's back down to $8.23. For me, I feel like it's a good buy, not financial advice. Okay, so and you can buy those on the exchanges, right? But you just have to find out. And this will, a lot of times the CoinGecko will tell you where you can buy these things at, Coinbase and others. Okay, so there's the exchange that it's on. So let's look at my second artificial intelligence coin for the day is The Graph, right? Have you heard of The Graph? What is also on the recommended list from the instructors, right? So I'm going to max out here. See, I love this chart. I don't like it when it's the other way around and it's high. I don't like to buy into it when it's already up. But, they say buy low, sell high. I'm loving the way this chart looks. This is a very, very nice looking chart. I'm very comfortable buying into this. Let's just see what over the last year. So see, we've had a little pump up, and then now we're down to about $2. I'm sorry, 25 cents, 0.2561. And this is in the artificial intelligence space, right? So these are companies, and you can get on here and you can play around with them. You scroll down here, they'll have their websites, their social media. You can just click on their websites and just learn as much as you want, but that's just up to you. And then you're around they have their own Twitter. A lot of them do Twitter, and some of them do others, but a lot of them have their own websites. So you can really get your, decide what you want to do. But this is one I'm buying into. This is an artificial intelligence category coin, right? So the coins we're looking at right now are the top artificial intelligence coin. Well, they're by market cap, but I'm sharing with you my top 3 that I picked to share for today. These are ones that I'm buying into, but not financial advice. But now the third one, and I'm going to share with you an extra thing I'm looking at after this, a bonus, but not financial advice, is Fetch.ai. So we looked at Render, The Graph, and Fetch.ai. So Fetch.ai, look at this. So this is kind of interesting. This has been on my radar for a while, but I'm comfortable where this price is at right now. I wouldn't want to buy it at 3, but I'm not really sure what the long-term potential is of this. But the instructors are recommending it, and I feel good about it. So this is the one that I'm picking. It's not financial advice, but I'm selecting this one to buy into. Fetch. Now, what's kind of interesting, this is all in the artificial intelligence space, right? It's a category. And there's 200 plus categories. This is one category, right? Consider. Now, look at this announcement 20 days ago. Now, this is how I feel like a lot of, you hear these big, like 1,000x returns, and more, right? As you find through our research, and this is not saying, this is just one I'm looking into. I haven't bought it yet, but I just found out about it earlier, and I'm curious. But Fetch.ai announced the merger with SingularityNet and Ocean Protocol, forming a single decentralized AI project named the Super Intelligence. I'm sorry, the Super Alliance. The symbol for that one, if you want to look it up, is ASI. It's very hard to find because it's very new. I think you can get it on PancakeSwap. But what's really interesting is, and this is what a lot of people don't understand when they're new, is that a lot of the new coins, they get on these exchanges like PancakeSwap, and it takes a few extra steps to exchange your US dollar to get, like if you wanted to buy ASI, you'd have to go through more steps. And that's kind of what makes it hard. Once it gets mainstreamed, then they'll go to the more popular exchanges like Coinbase and crypto.com. But they usually start off in kind of these obscure, I think they're obscure, like PancakeSwap. So you gotta buy one thing, like you gotta buy some BNB. It's called BNB. You gotta buy that. Then you gotta trade it for something else. And then you trade it for the ASI. And then when you cash out, you gotta trade it for the one thing. You gotta trade it for something else and trade it back into US dollar. And not everybody wants to do that. And I understand that it's more advanced, but so that's buying them early. That's how you buy. I feel like that's how we buy things early, is catching them when they make the announcement and you believe in it and you get it on like something like PancakeSwap. But it's part of Fetch. And because it's part of Fetch, and I like Fetch.ai, I'm going to try to get some ASI. I haven't gotten it yet, but I'm very curious about it and interested. So anyway, any questions on that, please let me know. We're going to wrap up with Bitcoin, okay? But now this is the free website, CoinGecko.com. You can get started on your research right here. Just look it up. Go to CoinGecko.com and dig around. But when you want to work with the real teachers, please reach out to me and let's get you connected to the IM Academy. But this is where you can get started. On this page, they list cryptocurrencies by their market cap. So number one, if you look here, is Bitcoin. Bitcoin's the number one by market cap. Its market cap is 1.256, that's trillion, right? The number two right behind it is Ethereum, but we're not going to get into that. It's a big distance behind. See how far it is behind? Now, what's kind of interesting, I'll share you a quick thing here, and this will affect the price later if it works out this way, but a lot of the educators feel that the market cap of Ethereum right here will one day possibly supersede the market cap of Bitcoin. Meaning, if that happens, there's going to be a lot of growth in this area, but just something to consider and keep in mind. I know that might not make sense yet, but that's okay. Let's take a quick look at Bitcoin, right? Now, this is Bitcoin on the 30-minute time frame right here. I like you can look at it at the 15-minute time frame. You can look at the 1 hour time frame. You can look at it excuse me, when we're trading on the shorter time frames. But this tool here by the IM Academy is, I feel like it's called the Swipe Coin Scalper. It's really kind of for trading on the short term, the day or the intraday time frame. But this is on the 15-minute time frame. See, we're really testing this zone right here. See this? Really testing this zone where you see it right here. You can screenshot this. I feel like as long as we stay above this zone, we're going to continue up. But if we break below this zone, then we may go down. But that's the test. We're right here on the test. That's the 15-minute time frame. This is the 30-minute time frame. This is the 1 hour. I love the 1 hour time frame. I've been more and more loving the 1 hour time frame for trading. It's just more, it's just things settle. It takes a while sometimes. It's rough in these markets sometimes, and sometimes 15-minute time frame can just really be sporadic. But right now you can see we broke up here. Now we're just kind of going sideways, and they're kind of teasing us. Where are we going to go from here, right? So this is one tool right here called this. You would get, if you were in the academy, the Swipe Coin Scalper, you would have this tool. All these things over here on the side, See these things? They're all tools. You have access to these tools. Let's look at levels. I already have, this is levels right here. I already have a chart pulled up. This is on the 4 hour. Is this the 4 hour or the daily? Daily. All right, got to pull up on the daily. So see, what's interesting is every candle, each color, green or red, represents 1 hour. See, as a beginner, it's really important to understand candles. I have a whole book about candles, and I love studying candles. The Japanese go way back. If you take a close look, they all look different. They have different shapes and sizes, and it's almost like sign language. They're telling us a story. These candles are communicating to us. So I love looking at this. This is on the 1 hour time frame. Now on the levels, this is on the so the point of that was each candle was 1 hour here. Each candle on the levels here, because we've said it on the day, one day, is each candle represents 1 day, right? So you can see the difference. See, 1 day of these candles, this is probably 1 day right here. All this is 1 day. These candles here, each candle is 1 day. So these are several days, right? Does that make sense? So I'm really sometimes the experts will say, when in doubt, zoom out, right? So I love to zoom out on the bigger time frame. So I'm just going to take now let's really zoom out. Let's look on the weekly time frame before we go. I'm going to wrap up here. This is the weekly time frame, right? Look at this. So beautiful. Look at this chart right here. Each candle on this page represents 1 week, right? So we had 1 day, 1 hour. Each candle here represents 1 week, right? So a lot of people believe, I'm going to look at all that artwork there. It's a lot. I know it's a lot. The thing is these are all levels. It's all about levels. Right now we're testing levels. One day we could go back down to some of these red levels. I don't want to blow your mind with all that artwork there. It's too much. The point is, by staying close to the swipe coin scalper, I feel like I can make better decisions because the scalper gives us this zone right here. See, breaking close confirms the idea, right? So we know when Bitcoin goes above this zone and it breaks and closes and stays above this zone, we have a legitimate zone right there, right? So it gives us that, right? Here, we're going to be working out zones, the potentials, there's all kind of potentials. I'm not going to get into numbers and speculation, but there is a lot of potential in this market. I encourage you, whether you do it on your own or you go with the academy, I encourage you to go with the academy. We really do, I feel like, have the highest value. Every week you get close and personal with these educators, Sunday through Friday. You can join their live sessions, ask them direct questions, and then you decide how you want to participate in this market, right? You decide. So on the short term, if you want to play the markets on the short term, on the long term, you want to study artificial intelligence assets, like we were looking at earlier, right here. There's just so much to work off of here. So much to work off of. So much to grow from. So I'm going to leave you with this on the one. Let's go on the 1 hour. So this is where I have us right here. This is the zone I have us right here. Right, it's kind of like right above this zone. I hope that if we stay above this zone, I feel like we're going to continue rising up. But this is right where I have us right here. If it breaks and closes below, we may be heading down. But I feel like we're what's called bullish. We're up above that zone. Look at this big candle right here. So I feel like it's bullish at the moment. So, but we're gonna find out. Let's just see where the week takes us. The long-term play in these things, from what I have found, is just dollar cost averaging, meaning just buying into things that you really believe into. It's not financial advice, But when you're around the educators, you can decide what's important to you. Does that make sense? There are over 13,000 plus different assets. I'm building out a portfolio of about the top 30, what I feel like is the best top 30 in those assets, right? So hoping for the best return. So let's work together. If you want to collaborate together, if you're interested or have any questions, I have an offer inside of the video. You can reach out to me, send me a text, message me the word DCX. I think that's what it is. And we'll set up a consultation. We'll set up a time to talk, answer all your questions about the Academy, and let's get you plugged in. That's the thing, getting plugged in to the sessions. Once you get plugged in, you weekly listen to professionals like Curtis Cobain, and you're listening to them every week, and you listen to Kareem, and you listen to Raphael, and you listen to Mike, and you listen to Jordan and Nick, Patrick, Dr. Josh, Maurice, Kareem, Nancy, Charlie. You get comfortable. You start to say, okay, you keep hearing fetch over and over again. Fetch.ai, Fetch.ai, render, the graph. You keep hearing these things over and over again, and you get comfortable. You download the app, you start buying, and then we're growing our portfolio, not financial advice. Does that make sense? So you got to stay close to the fire. That's what this video is all about, is to help you get and stay close to the fire. So if I can be of any service to you, please let me know. Information to the offers are inside the description of the video. And we wrapped it up talking about the top 3 that I'm focusing on right now: artificial intelligence, digital assets, and we went over Bitcoin. And we'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.